What is the legal background to this, guys? Went through the same thing again. Requires that there needs to be an external member. Okay, what is the relevant clause? Section 4, clause 2 and subclause C. Okay, what does it say? One member from amongst non-governmental organizations or associations committed to the cause of women, or person familiar with the issues relating to sexual harassment. So we know through a bare reading of section 4, clause 2, subclause C, that there needs to be one member from an NGO or from an association, and the third is the most important category, which is a person familiar with the issues relating to sexual harassment. Okay. So the law provides that, okay, you can have somebody from an NGO, you can have somebody from an association. This is a list that is given. However, this has been left open. Person familiar with the issues relating to sexual harassment. How do you understand that I am a person who is familiar with the issues of sexual harassment? Okay, this is provided under Rule 4 of the POSH rules. What does Rule 4 say? Person familiar with the issues relating to sexual harassment. For the purposes of clause C, we just read that it is 4.2 clause C of subsection 1 of 7 shall be a person who has expertise on the issues relating to sexual harassment, and this is very important, may include the following. Okay? So when the government has framed this law, it is clearly providing you, point number 1 can be from an NGO, point number 2 can be from an association, point number 3 anybody who is familiar. Now they do not want to restrict their scope by providing a list of 10 people who are known to be people familiar with sexual harassment. So what is it saying? For you to gauge or for you to assess who is a person, you can see the following categories. However, it is not necessary. It may include the following. The word may means it is not a mandatory in nature. You can have people from the following categories. However, there is no compulsion. Who can be these people who are familiar with the issues of sexual harassment? A social worker with at least 5 years of experience in the field of social work, which leads to creation of societal conditions favorable towards empowerment of women, in particular addressing workplace sexual harassment. So if Pinky has been working as a social worker from the past 7 years, she is my ideal candidate. Okay? I know that she has been engaged into social work. She is doing work relating to empowerment of women, and she has an experience of 7 years. This is something the Act is prescribing. So Pinky is my ideal candidate. However, if instead of Pinky, I am the choice and I only have 2 years of experience, and the experience of my experience is related to, let's say, nutrition of children. Okay, I am also working in an NGO. I am also trying to, help the society. But Pinky is the ideal choice because she is relating to empowerment of women. She is protecting women. She is engaging into protection of rights of women. In this circumstance, Pinky is my ideal choice. Okay, so you may have a list of 10 people who would want to act as external members in your organization. You need to assess on basis of the criteria that is given under the Act. Further, what does it say? A person who is familiar with labor, service, civil or criminal law. Basically lawyers under the Act. Okay, and the last category of person familiar with cases of sexual harassment has been extended in the rule. Okay, the rule says either you are a social worker or you are familiar with labor, service, civil or criminal laws. So these are the categories through which external members should be appointed. However, there is no compulsion. Okay, it may include the following. So you can have external members who are like advocates or who are, people from NGOs. It is not compulsory that it is this criteria. This is preferred. This should be your first preference. It is not mandatory. Okay.